Welcome to FoundHER Voice podcast, the space for bold, empowering, raw, and unfiltered conversations about business, relationships, and everything that makes us fierce. No filters, no fluff, just real talk. Season 2 is here and we're going even deeper. Get ready to own your voice, break barriers, and step into your power unapologetically. Let's get into it.
Hey, we're back with FoundHER Voice podcast. I'm your host, Valerie. You know me, I'm all about empowering women. I love deep diving into their business. So ladies, if you need help with your business, just contact me, DM me, whatever. And today we have Tony, because you know we're all about helping women, right, on here. So of course, I've had women reaching out to me, asking me about, their relationship problems. And I'm like, oh Lord, like, how does a woman say what a man is thinking? We can't, right? But you can go get a man and say, Tony, how are you thinking? How are these men thinking? Because we need to help these women. Like, they are getting older.
Right.
They want a relationship.
Right.
But every time they get into a relationship, it turns 90 different ways.
Right. True.
So, Tony, how are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
Tell them who you are.
I'm the guy, Tony here, TNG, a multimedia. If you hear banging, we got a kid who's banging outside the glass door. I have no idea who this kid is. We're going to stay in here because we don't want those type of problems. Yeah, TNG Multimedia. I do video photography. More so, my video is focused around things that make change, right? Things that actually socially impact society. I'm not interested in doing stuff that's not going to help people in some way, shape, or form.
Yes.
I would do it now. Mama still got to have, vittles and we still got to get shoes and jewelry. So I'll still do it. But my passion is more so things that make change, things that cause change, things that help society, things that push the needle.
And we need that.
Yes.
Now, more than ever, right?
Yep.
All right. So, I asked the ladies some questions. We're going to talk about the relationships. So, Tony, the women feel like when they get into a relationship, they meet the guy, and it starts off either in the DMs.
Right.
Usually in the DMs. And then, a few minutes later or a few minutes into this conversation, they instantly want to pick, right? And I'm not talking about, a picture of yourself. It's like a dirty pic.
Right.
And of course, those women are like, block, because they're too old for that.
Right.
They're like, I don't want to go there.
Right. Well, before we get started,
yes,
one thing I do want to address right off the top, because I did a little research myself before coming here, because I don't want that work. So let me just go ahead and start off by saying fishing. Now, somebody said that if I don't start off with saying fishing, that makes me a simp. So fishing. I like fishing. I love fishing. I enjoy fishing. All right, we got that out the way. I do most of my fishing at restaurants where I eat and I order with a little tartar sauce. But so the thing that we got to look at, though, right?
Yes.
When we start talking about relationships, is rejection is not a bad thing.
Yes.
Right? I mean, that is our filter, which lets us know which way not to go. If we find somebody that's aligned with what we're aligned with, then that's good. But you're going to go through a lot of people who are not aligned with what you're aligned with.
That's true.
And you got to be okay with that. And so men are taught that way early on. And in fact, I remember my uncles telling me, look, if you ain't talking to at least 10 people, you can forget it, buddy. And I don't mean, he said not dating 10 people, but saying hello, shooting your shot. He said, you have to get accustomed to understanding what your boundary is, what your type is, and then being able to identify what's not yours and then keep it pushing. Yeah. So when I say hello to somebody and they're like, oh, you short, your head big, or you don't got no hair. I had somebody the other day tell me, you don't got no hair. I died. I was like, I know, right? But it gives us a chance to be able to say, okay, this isn't mine. And that's okay for it not to be mine.
Yeah.
This isn't where I'm supposed to be connected with. And this isn't what I'm supposed to be connected to. And if you're looking for more than just the physical component of, I want to see a pic, and the person's first move is, I want to see a pic, then guess what? That's not your person.
No.
And that's okay. Listen, there's going to be somebody else out there who says, I want to see a pic. And the person who receives that text is going to be like, yes, because I want to see one too. They're evenly matched. They're matched together. This is why I tell people, I said, this is where catfishing comes from, right? This is where catfishing comes from. When you look at like on the show when somebody's been catfished and all of this, I tell them, I said, I say this about myself, so not to offend nobody else, I say, listen, if you a 2 like myself, and you trying to shoot for a 10, you overshooting the goal, buddy. You overshooting the goal. That's for anybody, man or woman.
Yeah.
So by virtue of that, I recognize right off the top what my type is.
Yeah.
The person who wants to be with me. Now, I will tell you, most men, we got a simple philosophy. And I'm going to tell you right now, or at least not all men. I ain't going to say all men. I'm going to say me. So just in case they want to say, you simping, whatever. I don't care. I'm happy. I like who like me. Period. But I have to go through a bunch of no's to find out who likes me.
Yeah.
And by virtue of that, I'm going to run into some for lack of a better word, I'm old. So some of these words y'all might have to go look up. I'm going to run into some knuckleheads.
Yep.
Right? And you got to be comfortable as a woman to understand you're going to run into some knuckleheads.
Yeah.
There's going to be some people who haven't been taught love and relationships and courting.
Yeah.
Because we don't court no more.
No.
We don't court. This social media, listen, I know I sound maybe a little energetic. I promise you it's just a Mountain Dew. We don't court like we used to, right? When we used to meet somebody, we had more space between us.
Yep.
So there was more desire for us to interact with them. And we just didn't expect to go from 0 to 100 that quick. Now, because we have so much accessibility, if I talk to you today, by the time tonight comes, I done checked your Facebook, I done checked your Instagram, I done checked your TikTok, and you probably done called to get an EPO because you like he a stalker. But you know what I mean?
Sure.
We have so much access to each other that a lot of the things that we used to take the time to learn, we don't take the time to learn.
Nope.
We just feel like, hey, we automatically know it. Boom. And then we're good to go.
Yeah.
And so we're moving faster to get to the final destination, but we're not realizing it's the journey that makes the destination worthwhile.
Yeah.
If we go through the journey appropriately, then the destination is fine. And whatever the destination is.
Yeah.
So
It's true.
that's just me. As you know, as you can see right now, I talk a lot. So we're going to change the name of the podcast. No, we're not. No, we're not, ladies. No, we're not. I don't want that smoke. I don't want that smoke.
I'm going to give you his email so you guys can all email him. Tony's going to wake up and he's going to be like, what the hell, Valerie? I got 100 emails that I have to reply to.
Listen, I'm going to treat you like those bills. I'm going to just let you go to the spam folder. I'm sorry. Ain't nothing I can do about it.
I love it.
But yeah, so I mean, that's pretty much just it for me. I mean, you know, we got to get back to communicating with people on a basic level.
Yes.
We're so strong on what can I have, what can I get, what can you deliver me, that we don't even realize we speak 2 different languages. We don't realize that. We do not realize behavior-wise, we speak 2 different languages. So, yeah, that's it. I'll give her back her show now.
So, you know, when we first met, you was going through the steps of what to do. You met a guy. So I want you to break it down for these ladies because I feel like they really need to hear that versus just thinking, oh, this guy's going to take me out on a date. He's going to pay for everything. And then, you know,
I don't know if I can do that. Hold on. Let me check. Yeah.
He said.
Yeah, Men Council. Yeah, they got me on this podcast. They want me to, okay, I can tell them a couple steps. Not all of them, but the ones that's important. No, I can't tell them that one. That one get me kicked out the house. All right. I'm back on it. All right. So for me, realistically though, this goes back to us speaking different languages.
Yes.
Right? We have to understand the languages that we speak. And I know we got that men from Mars, women are from Venus, or women are from Venus, men, however it goes.
Yes.
But I'm not talking about that. What I'm talking about is what our investment point is.
Yes.
Okay? So for a man, anything, and this is my opinion, so I don't want 50 different men saying that's not the case. This is just what I believe. This is what I think. This is what I've seen over my 20-something years of living.
And I will also say, you know, Tony is a little bit older than I am.
Oh, she just put it out there like that.
No, but I'm just saying, you know, the younger generation isn't like, I say, our generation.
Right.
Right?
Right.
They're totally different.
Yeah.
But I will say that majority of the listeners, you know, all of them are women pretty much, but they're that mid-age. So they're going to relate to everything you're about to say.
Okay.
Is what I feel like.
Everything I'm about to say, send me all your money. Send me all your money. No. Listen, I'm joking. And if my wife is out there, I'm not asking for nobody for money. I know the rules.
She about to get you.
Rule number 1, don't ask no woman for nothing. No. But so seriously though, we have to understand how we speak.
Yes.
Right? One thing that men do is we speak in ROI, return on investment. So whenever we do something, engage into something, and we see it as an investment, we are prone to want our return. We are, I mean, it's an instinctive thing that some people probably don't even realize it, and probably not realizing it until now. But I think we're prone to want our return on investment. So if a woman is telling me just upon first meeting her, oh, I got to go to whatever steakhouse and I got to have this. And I'm not mentioning those specific places until y'all start paying sponsorship to the lady. You pay her sponsorship, then I'll mention your name. Okay. But if you say I have to have this steak and my meal has to be this and this has to be that, well, what you've told me as a man is I need to make an investment. Okay. Now, if I make this investment, then what if you don't like me?
It's true.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm still going to seek some return. I'm still going to think there's some return. Or what if I make this investment and you don't like me? I recognize that. Okay, now I have to play the game till I can get my return.
Yeah.
So what I tell people, and I know a lot of women going to say, no, don't listen to him. He must be on that stuff. But your first couple of interactions should just be about you two interacting.
Yes.
I'm not providing you a meal. You're not providing me a meal. We're going to talk. And listen, this texting is not talking. Texting is not talking.
No.
Texting creates the narrative that you have in your mind.
Yes.
So if I send you a text that says, good morning, and you're like, ooh, I like him, you're going to interpret that as he's speaking to me. He likes me. But I may be saying, good morning, God, right? So texting is not talking.
Yes.
There are certain cues you get from having communication with people. And I tell people a lot of times, I can be around a person for years and never know anything about them. Be around you 5 minutes when you're in anger and know everything I need to know. This is why it's so important that we have proximal contact, where we actually meet at places, go to public places, do simple things so that we can see if we like each other. Because then at that point, we can start to determine our investments.
Yes.
Right? But now, men looking for ROI, women also have an investment language. For women, it's attention, gifts, and time. So now let's put this together. You went out with me. I went real expensive, so I spent a whole $20. And well, let's say I spent a couple $100 on this dinner because I'm like, I like you.
Okay.
But you realize that you don't like me. But I done spent this couple of $100, $400-500 on this dinner, and I want return on investment, right? So maybe I can convince her to do whatever it is my return looks like. And listen, return is whatever this individual may think. Nobody owes anybody anything. Let me state that off the top, okay? I'm real big on that. Nobody owes anybody anything. But now I'm going to keep trying to be the guy so that I can get a return. So guess what? The next time you want me to go somewhere, okay, well, I guess I'm gonna have to spend that same kind of money and go. But I'm building up my investment because it's gonna pay out on my return. But what's happening in the meantime is now this person is spending that time with you and you're getting more socially attached to them.
Yeah.
But they already realize that this isn't going to go anywhere for them. But you're making them jump through hurdles and hoops for the investment.
Yes.
So now when we get to that point where, okay, a return on investment, however it's paid out, and I just try to keep it PG. That's just who I am. So return on investment is obtained. Well, I already got my return. You don't really like me. You're making me jump through these hoops.
Yep.
And so I've had to push myself, stress myself, and different things like that. If we spend the time just getting to know a person off the top, just communication. First dates should be simple stuff.
Yep.
First date should be what you want to do when you're not with this person.
Yep.
Point blank and period. When me and my wife first met, I would call her and say, hey, I'm going to such and such this restaurant. Again, go ahead and sponsor her, and I'll mention your name. And you know who you are. You know the restaurant. You know me and the queso. You know who you are. But I would say, hey, I'm going to such and such. Do you want to go?
Yeah.
If she wanted to go, fine. I would take her. If she didn't want to go, I still went.
Yes.
Because I was doing the thing that I wanted to do. Luckily, she wanted to go. She took pity on the old man. But the thing of it is there were times when I called her and there was stuff that I did do that she didn't want to do.
Yeah.
And that's how I started to see, okay, this is stuff she's not into. Is this stuff that I'm into enough to be doing with her? Or, and then there came a point when there was some stuff that I was into that she actually started to be like, I'm gonna go try this with him.
Yeah.
Because there was genuine interest
Yep.
with respect to it. So that's what I tell people. Stop trying to put hurdles in between. And honestly, this is probably gonna get me excommunicated from the club, but take the physical component out the equation.
Yeah.
Just see if you like to be around this person.
Yeah.
Just see if you like to spend time with them. Just see if they have interest in the things you're doing. Just see if you have interest in the things that they're doing.
Yep.
So I mean that's my equation for it. Understand the language that you speak, because like I said, as a man makes an investment, he's looking for ROI. Don't require him to make an investment.
Yep.
That doesn't mean you have to cross any boundaries.
Yeah.
When he sees that he's spending time with you and you're not requiring him to make an investment,
I feel like he's going to like you 10 times more.
and you'll never be able to stop him from investing in you after that. You'll trust me. You'll never be able to stop him from investing in you when he sees the thing in you that he wants. But as long as we're at a point, and now listen, let me be clear though. Don't say, okay, I'm just going to be, lower my standards. Always have standards and always have realistic expectations for your standards. Understand that everybody's not going to meet your standard though. And it's okay to have boundaries. It's okay. Yes. I tell people 100%, if you don't have boundaries, I can't say what I tell them, but I tell it to them. And my family know when I say it. But that being the case, have boundaries. Know what you want. You have to be sure of what you want. Just looking for a person to say, okay, I want love. No, you don't. I'm serious. You just don't necessarily want love.
Nope.
I ain't never fell in love or been in love because I went out like, I'm looking for love. Right?
Yep.
I went out, when I saw my wife, listen, there was 8 years between the first time I saw my wife and the second time I saw my wife.
Really?
Really, 8 years.
Wow.
And the second time I saw her, I knew instantly who she was. I remembered her personality and the characteristic. And when the first time I saw her, I only saw her for about 3 minutes.
Okay.
3 minutes. And when I saw her later on, I remembered who she was. And I was like, I was at work and I was on one hall, she was on another hall, and I was like, I want to go over there to that hall. And so I'm going to tell you the story. And if I get beat or if I'm homeless because I put business out there on the street, then I probably deserved it. But when I first met my wife, I was working in a hospital and I had asked her to help me pull a patient up. I know you look at me now and you like, oh, yeah. Yeah, well, I wasn't all this, I wasn't this beefcake back then. But just for patient safety, that type of thing.
Yep.
So she helped me pull them up. And then she went on back to her hall. I went on back to my hall. And I remember thinking, she's cute. I like her. She seems like a good person. Personality, energy it just was there.
Yeah.
Right? But I was in a different place and she was in a different place. So I don't play those games.
Yep.
8 years later, I'm in a single place and she's in a single place. And I don't know this,
Okay.
but I'm working and I see her go in the door and I was like, hey, house supervisor, you need to put me over on that hall. You need to put me over to that hall. And and my thing was, I want to go and learn more about her.
Yeah.
It wasn't, hey, I know her, I see her, she's fine, and isn't that, oh, don't get me wrong, she's fine. But I wanted to go and learn more about her.
Yes.
I wanted to confirm from what I had seen before. And I told him, I said, give me any 2 shifts and put me over there, but do it quick before the rest of the staff get here. Right? Yeah, I was dirty wrong with it. She knows now, so it's okay. But they went ahead and said, okay, you're working Christmas and Thanksgiving. And I shot out the office. They were expecting me to sit there and have a conversation with them.
Mm-hmm.
And so I tell people, when you know where you want to be, you'll get where you want to be.
Yeah.
And so I didn't know this is where I wanted to be, but I knew I wanted to go find out.
Mm-hmm.
And so I went over there, cracked all my best jokes. Yeah. I was stalking her. You just call it what it is. By today's criteria, I'd probably already be locked up. But no, I went over there and was having, real conversation with her, getting to know her, talking to her. We were working and I was like, okay, this person is actually, the vibe that I got initially is consistent.
Yeah.
And then I just followed up, got her phone number and, conversation and stuff like that. I ain't gonna make it play. I ain't gonna even sit here and sound like I'm a Mac. And I know if my wife sees this, she gonna want to make sure why you didn't put the second part in. So
she's gonna see this.
Yeah, I know she gonna see this. She watched the podcast. Second day after we was working, I called her and she ain't answer the phone. I was like, oh, she playing with me. I called her again. She's like, I'm out of town. Oh, she playing with me, But again, male thinking. I done invested all this time in here, right? I'm thinking, oh, she playing with me, and I had to check myself. Well, you're not owed a ROI for a conversation. You had a conversation, sir. But she was actually out of town. I was like, whew, because I was gonna retire after that. I was like, it's over for me. But then, nevertheless, the thing of it is though. We genuinely had genuine conversation. By virtue of her being out of town, that means that we talked more before we saw each other again.
Yeah.
And so we were like on the phone like kids in 8th grade back in the 80s. You hang up. No, you hang up. You hang up. No, you hang up. But because we spent that time just talking to each other, just getting to know each other, then that helped and that worked out for us. So at least I think it did. Maybe she was just taking pity on the old man. But nevertheless, it comes back down to, for me, spend the time getting to know if this is the person. Don't assume that they're the person.
Yeah.
You do that, that's going to give you a way better route. And listen, I'm not going to sit here and be like, it's going to be peaches and cream. It's not. It's not going to be peaches and cream.
No, it's not.
You're going to meet some people and you're going to call your friend, girl, let me tell you.
You will not believe this.
Yeah, you're going to have a whole lot of you'll not believe this. You're going to be checking those Facebook pages. Is anybody else dating this man? You're going to be checking all that stuff.
But there's like 2 or 3 of those out there now, right?
I know there is.
What?
I know there is.
What is this? What is going on here?
And I'm glad that I ain't there. I'm glad that I'm out that market. No, but yeah, they are out there, but spend the time getting to know the person. That's the realistic thing. Don't run to the ROI. Know what your ROI is. Know what your investment point is. Women's investment point a lot of times is time.
Yep.
Men don't have time as an investment point in most cases. So I can tell you right now, a man will spend so much time chasing a woman because he's expecting a return on his investment. And how do I know this? The friend zone. And that may be a whole nother episode. But the friend zone itself is composed of a bunch of people who they want ROI. They may not be able to close a sale.
Yeah.
And individuals may leave you in the friend zone. And that goes for men and women, period. Don't think that men are the only people in the friend zone. Women are in the friend zone too.
Yep.
But that's where you look at and you'll see that realistically comes back down to keep your first date simple. Keep your first interaction simple. Go to public places.
Yep.
I know there's this big thing about I don't do coffee dates. The reason that guys are cool with coffee dates is because they get to know that person and they don't have to make an investment.
Yeah.
Because 39 cents for a cup of coffee is not an investment. Unless you go into that other place, but we're not going to say their name.
39 cents.
We're not going to say that. Yeah, but we're not saying that other place name. We're not, yeah. I tell you how old I am. Listen, I remember you can go to the store for $1 and get a bag of chips, a pack of cigarettes. That tells you right there. You could buy cigarettes as a kid, and a soda pop for $1. I remember that. But the thing of it is, though, keep those first interactions simple.
Yes.
Keep them in a space where you're doing things that you enjoy doing. So this way you can see if that person actually enjoys doing it.
Yep.
Because if you know, let's say you like going to bingo, I might not like bingo.
Yeah.
But if I see value in going to bingo with you, because I get to spend time with you, then I'll go to bingo.
Yep.
And I'll be in there. 25. Yeah, you know, hogging 3 cards, you know. But as long as you keep it simple in the beginning, you can determine faster whether this person is more aligned with you or not more aligned with you. And let's not be so fast to get to that next level of relationship.
Yep.
Let's learn this person, and don't always. I tell all my female friends and nieces and everything. Don't always be available for everybody.
Yes.
Do stuff that you want to do, and don't always be available.
Yep.
You know, and if you feel like an individual is taking you for granted or taking advantage of your time, be busy. Be busy. Even if you ain't busy, be busy. Yes. Be busy.
Yeah.
Because at that point, an individual recognizes, you got to remember, men, we also territorial.
Yes.
We really are.
Yep.
So if I see and I feel like, wait a minute, somebody else is taking her time and I want her time. You know, but that's a double-edged sword now, because then you might mess up and get yourself in a relationship with a guy who's only there for the competition. He don't want the competition, and now he like, I ain't even want to be here. Imagine wanting a job so bad just because somebody else wants the job, and you get the job and then realize, I can't even do this job. I don't even want this job. I'm gonna leave that alone. But imagine it. You can imagine that in plenty places, plenty states right now.
Yes.
But that being the case, you know, spend the quality time doing simple stuff. And don't be so quick to, and honestly, I tell people, your social media, limit access to it. Create some mystery. My wife was you're out of town. What do you mean you're out of town? No, I'm like, what is she doing out of town? Where's she at?
Tony's mind was racing.
I don't have access to her all the time. I can't just go on her Facebook. She didn't have a Facebook at the time. And she didn't have a MySpace. To tell you how old I am. You know, she didn't have a MySpace. But because I didn't have that much access to her, the time that I did have access to, I didn't play with her time.
Yes.
I did not play with her time. And the same thing in reverse. Now, I'm a full proponent for taking care of each other. She didn't play with my time. You know, and everybody's out there saying, happy wife, happy life. No, I don't believe that. Happy spouse, happy house. Which means you're taking care of this person, they should be taking care of you.
Did you hear that, ladies? You may want to repeat that.
I'll run it back. Happy spouse, happy house.
That's
if
good.
You're taking care of them, they should be taking care of you. That is, I always tell people, that is your first, well, not your first, but that is one of the biggest red flags. If all you're doing is taking care of people and they're not taking care of you, this ain't a relationship.
Bye, Felicia.
This is employment. This ain't a relationship. But then that also brings the other piece that I hear people talk about. And they're talking about, well, and I hear women say this because I don't hear a lot of men say it. Well, I'm not going to be doing this or that for a man, and I'm not his maid, and there's a woman out there who will love him unconditionally and do everything for him, and that woman's his mama. You know, understand that a partnership has push and pull roles.
Yep.
Okay? So it's not my wife's job to cook for me all the time. It's not my wife's job to wash my clothes all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But it is part of our agreement that she'll take care of me and I'll take care of her. So when I'm doing other things, that will be the role that she falls into.
Yep.
And when she's doing other things, that may be the role that I fall into.
Mm-hmm.
If you're in situations where you're in a static role, as I say,
Yeah.
and a static role is I don't have to do anything else. I don't have to get up. I don't have to work. I don't have to pay bills. I don't have to do any of that. This man takes care of all that.
Mm-hmm.
Then the other pieces that he doesn't have the time to do, those are your responsibilities.
Yep.
And when that switches, when you say, okay, I'm going to go out and get a job, now he will have to pull back some of what he's doing and say, okay, I got to pick up some of this other stuff.
Yep.
So this mentality of I'm not here to serve somebody else. You're not serving somebody. You're playing on a team.
Mm-hmm.
And the more you engage to help your team member, the better the team gets and the better we grow. If I said every day that I wasn't going to, listen, I cooked before I came down here. I was cooking a day, right? Because my wife was busy doing other stuff, you know? But if you get to the point where you're saying, I'm not going to do this and I'm not going to do this, you're already laying out how the relationship is to be, and it's not a partnership.
Nope.
I tell everybody this in business. I'm going to go ahead and say it.
Yep.
In business, if you got partners and two people agree on everything, one of them's not needed. And I say that to say, if you're coming in and you're saying, well, I'm not doing this and I'm not doing that, and this is for the man as well.
Yeah.
I'm not doing this and I'm not doing that and I'm going to do this and this is how it is. And the other person just agrees with it all. Okay, yes, okay, yeah, guess what? One of y'all ain't needed because that's not a partnership.
No.
That's not a partnership at all.
Nope.
So even in that respect, understand that the relationship ebbs and flows. And if you see a person not ebbing and flowing with you, remember I said earlier, ROI is what the man looks for on an investment.
Yep.
Time is where the woman feels more vested. If I see that I'm having problems and I've had this time, is this problem bigger than this time? Is this problem going to be resolved? And if it's not going to be resolved, you know, why are you going to, if you buy some stock and it's going down, are you going to be like, ooh, that stock's on the way down. Let me throw another $500 on there.
No.
Right. So this is the same thing. You know, you'll try to fix it because I never tell people just jump and run. I ain't a jumping runner. I'm going to do whatever I can do to try to fix it.
Yep.
But I have to have a person who wants to fix it too. You know, so I mean that for me, you know, is more it. I feel like I've been taking up most of her podcast.
No.
And she gonna be like, he ain't never coming back, trying to steal my spotlight.
I love it.
So, but I mean that for me is I mean that's really it. I just want people to, you know, start connecting back with people and connecting back with community and connecting back on the basic level.
Yep. Make sure you check out those advertisements after this, and I will see you next week.
It's your time to grow. Get started with Little Pot Design Studio today.